There are many historic examples of science and technology that have impacted many individuals, society, and the world. A very important example of this is a Civil War submarine used by the Confederacy called the H.L. Hunley. Without this submarine, many modern submarines would be unable to be as advanced and high-tech as they are. The H.L. Hunley was the first to sink an enemy ship in battle. It sank the USS Housatonic in Charleston, South Carolina, on February 17, 1864. There are three main designers behind the success of the submarine. The names are James McClintock, Baxter Watson, and Horace Lawson Hunley. James McClintock and Baxter Watson had previously worked together in the steam gauge manufacturing business. Also, they had made bullet-making machines for the Confederacy. Horace Hunley had come in to help design and fund the project. The submarine was named for him after he died when testing the submarine. It took the inventors 3 submarines to build a successful one. The names of these subs were the Pioneer, the American Diver, and lastly, the H.L. Hunley. The first 2 submarines pulled a torpedo across the surface of the water. The Hunley had a spar torpedo. The spar torpedo was located at the front of the submarine. The spar would be jammed into the side of an enemy ship. Then, a rope would be pulled to set off the explosives and, hopefully, sink the ship. For air, the crew had a snorkel box. The snorkel box is made up of 2 shafts bent upward through the box. There are stop cocks on the ends to keep the water from entering the sub. The crew would be submerged for nearly 2 hours before rising for air. Also, the sub had blast tanks. Blast tanks allowed a submarine to sink and surface. How much the tanks were filled and which one was filled allowed the sub to sink deeper or surface. A hand crank also propelled the submarine. On February 17, 1864, the crew waited on the shore of Charleston to start their mission. They entered the water, setting their sights on the USS Housatonic. Once they would finish their mission, the crew would shine a blue light, signaling the men on the shore to light a bonfire for the sub to find its way home. The Hunley successfully set off the explosives on the ship, and in 3 minutes it sank. The men on shore swore they saw the blue signal light, but the submarine never returned. Until 1995, no one knew where the Confederate submarine had gone. Once it was found, divers were recovering it until 2000, when it was raised up. The crew was also recovered, and an 1800s funeral was held for them. The Hunley is in the process of conservation right now, and anyone can go see it on Charleston, South Carolina. Without the success of the H.L. Hunley, many modern submarines could not have accomplished the achievements they have. For example, no other submarine had accomplished the Hunley's feat until World War I, when the U-21 became the second submarine to sink an enemy ship in battle. It was also the first submarine to sink a ship by shooting a torpedo. The first submarine to sink a merchant ship was accomplished by the US-17 submarine. The Hunley did not sink the USS Housatonic. Today's submarines might not have powered torpedoes, or radars, or more advanced blast tanks, and propellers running on diesel fuel instead of hand cranks. The inventors of the H.L. Hunley were way ahead of their time. That is what allowed it to impact individuals, society, and the world.